Hello, and welcome to Mr. Wiley Teaches Math. Today we're going to be talking about greatest common factor. From greatest common factor, remember from the other day that a factor is a number that divides into another one evenly without a remainder. So the factor of 9 would be 1, 3, and 9 because all those numbers divide in evenly. Common, so similar, we're going to have a set of numbers and we're going to look for the largest similar factor, number that divides in evenly. And for example today, let's look at three numbers, 36, 48, and 60. We're going to have two methods. We're going to try this out two different ways. So our first method involves finding all the factors. So we look through 36 and we start thinking what numbers divide in evenly 36 without leaving a remainder. 1 always does, and 36 does as well. It's even, so 2 does, and 2 times 18. 3 goes in, 3 times 12 is 36. 4 times 9 is 36, and 6 times 6 is 36. So there's my factors of 36. And I'm going to keep going with 48 because I want to find common factors. So the factors of 48 are 1 and 48, 2 and 24, 3 and 16, 4 and 12, 6 and 8, I think that's them all. So my factors of 48 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, 16, 24, 48. And finally, the factors of 60 are 1 and 60, 2 and 30, 3 and 20, 4 and 15, 5, 10, and 12 also go in. And there's all the factors of 60. So if I look through, I see some that are common, like 1 is common to all, 2 is common to all, so are 3 and 4, and 6 should have been as well, 6. The largest number I see as I go through appears to be 12. So the greatest common factor, or the greatest common factor of 36, 48, and 60 is 12. It's the largest number that's in all three lists and is a factor. So 12. So our second method, method number 2, involves using the factor trees from the other day to do prime factorization. So if we start with 36, we're going to break it down into two numbers that multiply evenly to give 36. And 6 times 6 equals 36. Those are composite, so I'm going to keep breaking them down. 3 times 2 gives me 6 times 3 times 2. I go across, 3 times 2 is 6, 6 times 3 is 18, 18 times 2 is 36. So there's the prime factors. I'm going to come back to those in a minute. Of 36. For 48, I could do 6 times 8, which is 48. 6 already done, I know is 3 times 2. 8, I'm going to have to do 4 times 2. 4 is not prime, so I'm going to have to bring this all down one more time. 3 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Whoops, bring that the other way. Times 2. There's my prime factors of 48, and again I'll come back to those in just a minute. 60, we break 60 down, 6 times 10, that's nice and easy. 6 times 10 is 3 times 2 times 2 times 5. I think those are all prime numbers, so there's my prime factors of 60. So I'm going to take these numbers, these prime factors, I'm going to reorder them. So I can take 48 I'm going to go list them across. I chose 48 because it has the most 2's. I'm going to put these into nice straight columns. Use the rows on my, so 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times, and there's a 3 on the end. There's my prime factors of 48 reordered. I'm going to do the same for 36. And 2 times 2 times, I got to line it up with the other 3 that I already have, 3, and I'm going to add a new column, 3. There's no other 3s to line up with. And the same with 60. The prime factors of 60, I have 2 times 2 times 3 times a new column times 5. Okay, in this case, I'm going to look through completed columns. Columns that have been filled in completely. So I have 3 2's, 3 more 2's, and 3 3's. To find the greatest column factor, I'm going to multiply those together. 2 times 2 times 3. So 2 times 2 is 4 times 3, which is 12. So the greatest common factor of 48, 36, and 60, we find it is 12. It's just the same number we found out before using the other method. Method number 1 is very nice for smaller numbers that I know the factors for, but if the numbers get large, this becomes a little bit more difficult to find all the factors, and I do need all the factors because I'm looking for the greatest one. Method number 2, if I'm dealing with larger numbers, it can be much quicker, because then I can just need to find any 2 numbers that break into it, divide into it evenly, and work down from there. So method 2 works well for large numbers, and method 1 would work better for smaller numbers. Thanks for watching. Be sure to find the assignment and additional examples on the class website.